Walking into the store right now, Carrie here at American Arbitrage. To tell you a little bit about how this is set up, you can see the store over here. I had a brick and mortar up until about 2014 of my own, and then my girlfriend, she started her own business and we went over there. She does furniture, and now they upped the rent like 3 times at that place. So now we actually just rent out a third of this building, and we're not really technically open. But we do most of our stuff online. She has one room and I have my eBay room. So let me take you in here and show you what we sold today. Sell the right item, the right way. American Arbitrage. Hey guys, welcome to the eBay Thunderdome, my eBay room. Let's show you guys what we sold today over the last 24 hours. I did a what sold video yesterday, and this is just what's sold since then. Start out with this, it's pretty cool. Some light switch covers. I love lighting stuff, weirdly. It's a part of the vintage vibe stuff that I enjoy, and I've learned a lot about it over the last year or two. There is a difference between Art Nouveau and Art Deco and Hollywood Regency. I'll give you a couple tips just offhand. This is just generally mid-century modern, kind of heavy brass. I honestly don't know much more about this particular piece, but when you're getting into like Hollywood Regency, for example, just think vintage Hollywood, particularly owls. I sold a couple of owl lamps about 2 months ago. Forgot the maker on it, but they sold for over $100. I got them at a yard sale and was just going to put them through some other means locally here. But we sold them online because it sells better. And then Art Deco, when you want to think about Art Deco, you want to think of just like strong lines. Think of the Empire State Building, the futuristic trains that they have posters of in the World Fairs in the 1930s, like the New York one in 1939. And then Art Nouveau, the biggest thing I can think of is like fairies, like mystical fairies in the garden. That was a big deal back in the 1910s and 20s. And also, tarot cards, for some reason, like vintage tarot cards, remind me of what Art Nouveau should be. It's kind of a nuanced thing, a little bit opinion, but those are great keywords to get some vintage things sold, lighting-wise or decor-wise or just architectural salvage-wise. This pretty cool Silverhawks figure in I set off somebody. When you deal with a lot of toys, you're going to set off different electronic sounds and noises all the time. Plus this place is a little bit messy, unfortunately. But I did sell this guy. He is hardware from Silverhawks. I got it in a $2.99 bag this weekend. Or not this weekend, earlier this week. It felt like one long weekend, honestly. He sold for $40 plus shipping. I had him up for $60. I took a $40 off for the first one that came along. It was only $3 for the whole bag. I got other stuff with it. I just couldn't resist. It was I felt like a fair offer. I probably could have held out for a little bit more, but sometimes that's just how you do it. That guy's pretty rad. Next up, we got some Imaginext planes. If you were watching my video yesterday, you'll see that I sold a Tiger plane. These are similar to that. I sold 1, 2, and I think another Tiger plane. 3 Tiger planes. One Tiger plane and a couple others. These sold, I think, for $12. I had, gosh, I think maybe $3 into all of them. So not bad at all. I love Imaginext stuff. I really have to, watch myself because I like to buy the bigger play sets, and they are just a big problem. I was going to say a different word. A big problem to ship. So you got to be careful with that. The figures are great if you get them in bags. You can lot them up in 10s and 20s. It should make, $1, maybe $2 a figure, depending on if they're Marvel or DC or something like that. But I like these vehicles. I put them in a lot. I mean, they paid shipping too, which I think was like $10, so not bad at all. Once you're in this business for a long time, you don't really collect things, and I wanted to show you just a few of the things that I collect. Typically stuff that isn't worth anything, because if it was worth anything, I'd have it on eBay. I love bobbleheads. These are from my trip down to San Diego. Honestly, only kept them because they don't sell for much on eBay. I wish they did. But I like this one's particularly. I just like the pose. This guy, he is it's the squirrel from Ice Age. My dad always had one in his car. It was his favorite character. He's since passed away, so it's a little talisman, a little token of reminding me of him. A couple other things. We love Forky. I love travel. There's my iPhone 11 box because I'm a weirdo. Wait, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to do this cool kind of selfie stick kind of film in here, so bear with me. Here is Utah Jazz. This had some water damage on it, but it's vintage Jazz. I love the Jazz. Flash Gordon TV tray. Let me see if I can get that. Flash Gordon TV tray. This is a Wicket Ewok phone thing, but I didn't have the phone. I got this from the toy guy in the summer. No phone there. Rather than sell for 10 or 12 bucks, I wanted to keep it. And I got this down in Vegas last month. This is, it was just in a bag of balls. They didn't know what they had. This is a 1996 or 95 or 96 Chicago Cubs signed ball. It's got Sammy Sosa. I mean, it's not worth sending in to authenticate, but it's definitely real. I mean, nobody would have put together, you know, more than Sammy Sosa if they were trying to resell it back in the day. And none of these players really have value now. So I just like baseball stuff. So now let me show you this Usagi Yojimbo that I bought and sold here very quickly. This was from a recent haul of action figures I got at the thrift store. I think I paid less than $1 for this guy. Interesting fact for the nerds out here, he actually came from his own comic and then got kind of mashed up with the Ninja Turtle, so he became a Ninja Turtle guy. You know, this is kind of like the low end of what you could expect to get for a loose. I'm setting off the electronic guy again. This is like the low end of what you can expect. $350, I believe I got. I'll put the prices somewhere in here. Plus shipping. I mean, you can lot them up. Or, you know, when you get certain guys, look for the foot soldiers. You guys remember the foot soldiers? They can go for like 10 to 20 bucks. And if you have weapons included, even better. So I love this stuff. It just reminds me of back when I was a kid, the packages would come wrapped under the tree, and you obviously knew it was a Ninja Turtle by the way it looked in the package. But gosh, I didn't know which one I was getting, and I freaking loved it. And I'd love to get more of those under the tree someday. Next up, let's go to my little card bin area. As you know, if you follow this channel, or if you start to follow this channel, I do a lot of sports cards. So they're organized in the sense that they're not strewn about everywhere, but they are not organized by sport and stuff that would make it a lot easier. So it's going to take me a second to find these. So through the magic of editing, I'll show you them in one moment. First card we got here is this Steeler guy right here, Juju Smith-Schuster. It is a 2019 little patch with his jersey. I think it's like a player worn jersey. One thing they do when a new player comes in, this is his second year, but when a new player comes in, they do like a photo shoot with him, and they have him wear all sorts of jerseys so they can cut him up throughout the years and then put him in cards. So technically he wore this, but probably at a photo shoot. Back in the day, they used to be game-worn jerseys and have a little bit more value. Sometimes they'd even say the date that the game was on. Now it's mostly player-worn stuff, but they still, I mean, he's very popular right now. He's a pretty good player for the Steelers. This sold for, I believe, $350 plus shipping. Not bad. Next up, 1986-87 Dominique Wilkins. Now this is Michael Jordan's rookie year. If this were a Michael Jordan, this is a sticker rookie for Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight film. If this were his regular rookie card, I think it'd probably be about 30, 40 bucks. If it was Michael Jordan's regular rookie card and it was authentic, raw, probably $500 to $700. The sticker rookie for Michael Jordan, $200, $300. But this is the sticker Dominique Wilkins rookie. Okay, so it's, you know, was meant to be peeled off, but this wasn't peeled off. I sold it for $7 plus shipping. I honestly thought it would go for a little more. This is part of that sports card deal I did. It was my first video I did on this channel. $150, whole bunch of vintage sports cards. Man, I love this card in great condition. Somebody got a gem for sure. Now on to really what is the lifeblood of the business, which is posting. I got a couple cool things I want to post today. This Holly Hobby thermos. Got a Mickey, vintage 80s Mickey thermos. Teddy Ruxpin thermos. These are probably $5 to $10 a piece. Snoopy. I got a stack of cards. I mean, I'm going to do a lot more than this, I hope. I'd like to get 20 to 30 items posted today. I mean, it's the perfect time to be posting, and it's what I want to do. There's some cards that are, you know, low numbered. See if you can see that. To 25. Juan Soto, super popular right now, but it has a ding. This is like a $10 card without the ding. LaDainian Tomlinson rookie. Nolan Ryan stuff does well. Die cut. Josh Gordon, unfortunately, is having a lot of problems, but he's with the Seahawks right now. But this is only 25 made, and I dropped it and caught it. Coordination. You always want to look at when you're looking at sports cards, if you're into that stuff at all, who's doing well right now. Jaylen Brown is playing really well. And I always have, I don't always, but the last couple years with basketball, I have a stockpile of kind of rookies who aren't stars yet that I can get inexpensively, and I held on to them. So I'm going to put these up just for a few bucks, just for fun, and then get on to maybe some juicier, better items as well. So hold me to it. I want to do at least 20, so help me. Thanks for watching another day in the life, guys. As you can tell, I've jerry-rigged that. I don't know if that's safe.